From discovering a blast from the past to an embarrassing comment, here's how Michael B. Jordan confronted an interviewer on the red carpet for Creed 3. The actor wasn't exactly pleased when he came face to face with the interviewer in question. As one might expect, the encounter was awkward, to say the least. And the only hits that Jordan's taking on the face these days are the ones choreographed in his latest feature, Creed 3. The actor came fully pumped to playfully confront Atlanta-based media personality Laurel at the film's premiere. Naturally, the encounter went viral thanks to the one-sided banter between the two and has been making waves across social media. The Morning Hustle show co-host found herself in a rather awkward position. She was put on the spot to answer for remarks she'd made in the past about the Black Panther actor.
And you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure.
During their encounter on the red carpet, she stopped the 36-year-old actor and mentioned that she and Jordan go all the way back to Chad Science Academy days in Newark. Now, can you guess how Jordan responded? Well, as expected, he made sure to remind her about what she said. During their encounter, Jordan interrupted her with, "Oh yeah, I was the corny kid, right?" He was clearly alluding to the comments Laurel made on the podcast. Awkward.
I feel like I admitted exactly what I said. And then even those words got turned around.
Basically, during the podcast episode, she mentioned Jordan's insanely cute Valentine's Day gift to his ex, Lori Harvey. The actor rented out an entire aquarium for the day back in 2021 just because he can. But Laurel said that she wasn't really surprised at the extravagance of the gift and described the Black Panther actor as a nice, corny guy. Yeah, she doesn't seem very tactful. Put in a weird position on the carpet, she tried to laugh off the question and said that she was misquoted for sure. But the megastar refused to let her up that lightly.
No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Michael, being Michael, smiled a little smile, didn't break eye contact, and insisted that he heard it with his own ears on the Undressing Room podcast. Imagine being called out by Michael B. Jordan. Laurel tried to reclaim the conversation and said that they used to make fun of the name. Like, honestly, how is that not equally, if not more, terrible? In the podcast episode, she mentioned how they would make fun of his name because apparently he was no Michael Jordan. I'm cringing from the secondhand embarrassment.
Never bullied him. That just sounds so outrageous to me. Like me bullying Michael B. Jordan his whole life. Wouldn't we have heard about this before this?
And the camera that was filming this entire trip down memory lane? Thanks for immortalizing this moment in time for the fans. Then, Laurel swiftly tried to change the topic. So she brought the conversation back to Jordan making his directorial debut with the latest installment in the Rocky Balboa franchise. For the film, the Fahrenheit 451 actor joined Jonathan Majors, who plays antagonist Damian Anderson, to Jordan's protagonist, Adonis Creed. Having been a part of the Creed family since 2015, the debut director revealed that he poured a lot of his own personal life into the role. It's the first character that he's had the chance to play 3 times, so there were plenty of opportunities for the actor to bring his personal life to the role and try to make it relatable to the audience. Now, Laurel may have quickly changed the conversation on the red carpet, but everyone knows that the internet doesn't forget. Twitter, in particular, had a field day with the viral moment. Some users found Jordan's reaction straight up savage, while others pointed out he handed it to Laurel quite politely in front of his own poster. Jordan sure as hell didn't forget Laurel was one of the people who made fun of him back in the day. But the funniest fan reaction of all was when one user pointed out that the interviewer thought she was going to interview Michael B. Jordan, but got Killmonger instead. That was hilarious for sure. The clear lesson here is that you probably shouldn't make someone the butt of your jokes in high school, since you never know, you might have to interview them one day on the red carpet. Twitter also noted that Jordan got his little jab in, while still being professional and answering the question. His fanbase claimed that he clearly has more restraint than them, because one user said he would have just left. Ultimately, the viral clip was labeled as comedy gold since Laurel basically had it coming with setting up that whole conversation. Overall, Jordan's reaction is a classic example of self-improvement and success being the best best type of revenge. Not only did the actor keep it classy and playful, but he came across as incredibly humble as well, which is amazing to see because of how much success he's met as of late. I mean, just in the last few years, the actor's given fans back-to-back killer performances, like Killmonger in Black Panther and Adonis Creed, of course, in Creed 2. This just goes to show that he's been working real hard to cement his place in Hollywood as one of the best. He's also one of the African-American stars who are finally being given bigger and better roles in blockbuster films. Clearly, this road hasn't been an easy one. He's spent about 20 years in this business since he first started appearing in commercials as a kid. In 1999, he landed a small part in a crime drama film, Black and White. He played the role of a teenager, and that became his very first big screen role. The same year, he made his small screen debut, briefly appearing in one episode each of Cosby and Sopranos. By 2002, Jordan appeared in 13 episodes of the HBO series The Wire. His magnificent portrayal of Wallace in the show's debut season made sure the world saw him as a serious actor, and he started getting offers from Hollywood on a consistent basis. Then came 2013. He demonstrated his incredible range as an actor in the lead role of Oscar Grant in a biopic called Fruitvale Station. All his ambition and hard work were starting to pay off. Jordan stumbled a bit in 2015 with the Fantastic Four reboot, which didn't get much praise. But then came Black Panther's Killmonger, the role of a lifetime. Jordan was reunited with his Creed and Fruitvale Station director, Ryan Coogler. This resulted in the actor giving fans one of the most complex and fascinating portrayals of a villain, a bad guy who was relatable. He was praised by critics and fans alike and poured so much of himself into the role that he ended up in therapy at the end of the movie's production. In 2015, he scored a major win by being inducted into the Rocky franchise. The journey that his character Adonis takes is quite similar to Jordan's own struggle to become a legitimate leading man, especially in an industry that's traditionally restrictive for actors of color. If you think about it, it's no wonder he plays the boxing guy so well. And then there's also that infamous name. Being named after a legend doesn't exactly come without its trials now. Jordan claims that growing up, playing sports, and having a name like Michael Jordan made him get teased a lot. It didn't help that he was also extremely competitive, but it did make him work harder for greatness and be aspirational at whatever he decided to do in life.
I wanted to raise the bar from the first one to the second one, coming off of Black Panther with, Killmonger and him being a little more of a weapon, more of a soldier. I wanted to look more like a boxer again, so the diet was a little stricter on this one.
And then there's something else that drives Jordan to work twice as hard: the absolute need to prove himself outside of all the obstacles tied to his race. Over the years, Michael B's honed his skills and worked hard to claim a seat at the table. So when interviewers call him corny on their podcast episodes, you best believe he's coming for them. Well, that's all from me on how Michael B. Jordan confronted Laurel on the red carpet for Creed 3.